Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl.
Set, 180. Come to my work. We won.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Love. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Rivers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rivers to throw it. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Here's Benjamin. 65 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, Delta!
On 2nd and 7, Rivers able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
1st down, Rivers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Rivers. And able to find Green. And he fumbled hold it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball, net bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Locke. He's got it to Hilton. Fights for it. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw here for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. After the sack on first down, Rivers got Gordon open, completes it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Black 15. Check 55 to Mike. Rip right.
Rivers from the gun on third down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. From the red zone now, Love. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Rivers now. Caught by Allen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And oh, what a catch there by Allen. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Block 11! Check 41. Hey, 79! 79!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he even gets started.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Rivers to throw this time. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go. Bring it.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jabal Sheard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.
He goes to you. He comes to me.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6-point seven. They've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
All of that. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Rivers, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
80 weapons.
From the 50, it's Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Luck gives this one off to Mack. Finding some room at midfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now it's Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
One last shot now for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys